Well, it looks like you finally did the right thing.
Like I had a choice.
You did have a choice, Steffi. The night Allie died, you could have chosen to walk away.
Allie came after me. She attacked me.
Oh, come on. You could have tossed the tire iron and ran away, but instead you used it to murder her.
For the last time, it was not murder.
Oh,
it was an accident.
Steffi, just stop lying. Stop lying. We have the proof right here. You just saw the video. Clear as day, you murdering our cousin.
What more do you want? You're the new face of Forrester. When are you going to give this a rest?
I own you, Steffi. And for as long as this video exists, I always will.
Ivy's upset about Allie's death. Right? She's just taking it out on Steph.
Yeah, I know that, by blackmailing her.
Give her the new position, or she goes to the police.
Yeah, but that video, it was shocking.
It doesn't tell the whole story.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's damning enough.
We have to... Hey, Dad. Did you talk to Steffie?
Yeah, I know what's gotten into her.
What did she say?
She turned down being the new face of Forrester. Insisted I give it to Ivy.
Ivy better watch it with that attitude.
Are we still on this? Seriously? You're just not used to a woman standing up to you, that's all, Mom.
You know what? There is no reason for anyone to be that bossy.
Says the pot about the kettle.
Oh, come on. You got to give me a break. I think I've been rather pleasant lately.
Yeah. Less scary than usual, that's for sure. But there's always room for improvement.
Tell that to your girlfriend. I can't believe the two of you hooked up. You know what? You gave up on Steffi. Just like that. You throw in the towel too quickly, Wyatt. You gotta learn to stand your ground. You gotta keep your dukes up.
What have you been watching, boxing? We're talking about Steffi here.
No, we're talking about your brother.
Oh.
You can't let Liam win all the time.
What am I supposed to do?
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I'm just loving these cliches today. Do you have any more? This is thrilling. I mean, does it bug me that Liam's VP of Forrester and president of Spencer? I'm not gonna lie to you. It bothers me.
It should bother you. You deserve your moment. I've been saying that all along.
Yeah, well, I think it might be happening. Ivy and I are finally getting our chance.
I assumed Steffi would jump at the chance.
Well, you know, you really don't know how somebody's gonna react under pressure.
She thrives on pressure. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't think she was prepared for all this.
What does that mean? I'm asking too much? I'm asking too much?
I don't think that's the issue.
Well, either way, all right? It's Steffi's decision. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
It just doesn't make sense to me. It's a great opportunity. Why would you turn it down and ask me to give it to Ivy?
You can't possibly believe I'm that heartless.
Well, I've seen no evidence of a conscience.
If I could go back, if I could change things, Allie would still be alive. Look, this isn't my fault. And I don't care if you believe me or not because I know what happened. Allie was gonna hit me with a rock. I had no choice but to defend myself.
Okay, well, this video paints a very different story. It's vicious and it's violent, Steffi. And there was no rock, so stop trying to convince yourself that there was. You get away with everything. Stealing Liam, becoming president of this company, taking Allie. No more, Steffi. Your charmed life is over.
I just don't see it. You and Ivy. Nah.
You didn't like Hope either at first.
I like Steffi for you.
Oh, I know. You've made that abundantly clear.
Well, you know, the door is still open. I mean, Liam hasn't proposed to her.
Mom,
What?
Ivy is great. You ever gonna give her a chance?
If the two of you end up getting married,
Oh, Mom,
then
we are not even there yet. We're taking things slow. Ish.
you know, Ivy and I were getting along really well when she needed my help.
I remember. She said you were very supportive during the whole immigration debacle.
Yeah, well, so much for that. Now she's barking at me.
Well, she's going through a lot right now. Losing Allie, losing Liam to Steffi, that's a lot to handle.
Okay, on a separate note, I don't get what these two women see in that vegan troll.
I don't know. It's getting harder and harder to defend my brother, too. I'm sick and tired of always losing out to him.
I mean, at this point, it's probably best to just let it go.
I know my daughter better than you do, Liam. It's out of character.
Well, you know, I'm sure Steffi has her reasons for turning down the
I'm
position.
sure she does. She's got a lot to deal with, she said. I just don't know that I buy it.
Well, listen, Ivy did some modeling in Amsterdam. I can vouch for that. She did an excellent job.
What Ivy can or can't do is not the issue here.
Look, Wyatt made some good points about the media. All right, they're already breathing down Steph's neck. I'm sure she doesn't want to deal with more fallout.
Never would have stopped her before. So was there something else? What am I missing?
Well, you have to start accepting some responsibility.
I do. To a certain degree, I do. But not to the extent you're accusing me. I didn't want Allie to die. I didn't want to hurt her. But my life was in danger, so I reacted. You would have done the same thing.
Steffi, I never would have ended somebody's life.
You don't know that. How would you know that you weren't in the same situation? No, but instead, you pulled over on the side of the road and you recorded our fight. What does that say about you? That was your best friend. That was our cousin. I protected myself. It was either survive or get killed.
Should we watch the video again, Steffi? There is no rock.
It was there.
Oh,
Look, I know you hate me and I know we have our differences over Liam. But for you to call me a murderer, to accuse me of intentionally killing a human being, let alone our cousin, let Allie rest in peace. Let this go.
I was there too, Steffi. I have watched this video over and over again, and not once have I seen your version of the truth. Not once. You just keep making excuses and denying your accountability, just like you denied trying to make a play for my boyfriend. Well, I don't buy it. I've been played a fool by you too many times to ever believe you again.
It's not gonna get awkward, is it?
Well, I guess you'll have to ask Ivy that question.
We're two grown women. I'm sure we can handle a few disagreements.
Of course you can. My mother and I just got done talking about how much you two have grown.
Yes. We have very different styles, you know, very distinctive ways of approaching our jobs and our designs and how we talk to seniority.
Oh, hey, I'm really glad you brought that up, actually. I mean, as you know, jewelry is my baby, and I will always remain very hands-on with this line, but I have a feeling things are going to be changing around here.
Wait, you're not talking about...
You are looking at the new face of Forrester Creations.
Seriously?
I know. Steffi convinced Rich to give me a shot.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I mean, then again, I'm not surprised. We both kind of knew Steffi was gonna do the right thing, right?
Should I be concerned?
About Steffi? No, Steffi's tough. She can handle her business.
Right.
Look, I'm sure she hates disappointing you.
She's not letting me down. It's just there's something's going on here, man.
She's just overwhelmed, you know, moving back, taking over the presidency, reuniting with Liam.
Allie's death, maybe, you think?
You know, why make it harder on herself than she has to?
What's all this thing with Ivy? Why does she want to be the face of Forrester? What is that all about?
Well, they've been trying to get along better. I'm sure she just doesn't want to start any more drama.
If there was something going on, you'd tell me, right?
If I thought Steffi was making the wrong decision, I'd let you know.
Okay. I just can't shake it. There's something going on. I just think there's more to the story. And I think you know what it is.
My dad has no idea why I turned down the job.
Yeah, he seemed pretty surprised by it.
I hate keeping secrets from him.
I know that, but you can't tell him about the video. Not now.
I'm letting Ivy win. There's no negotiating with her. She refuses to believe anything that I have to say. She told me that I made a huge mistake accepting the position.
Yeah. In other words, she's threatening you.
I don't even care about the job. Yeah, I would have been honored to be the face of my family's company, but you know what gets me? You know what's in my heart is that I know that I had no control over what happened to Allie.
Of course you didn't. What were your options even? You were trying to stay alive.
Yeah, it's hard enough living with this memory. Now I have Ivy holding it over my head, but for how long? For the rest of my life?
No, we are not going to let her do that to you, okay?
I told you that I wasn't gonna let her control me. But now that I saw the video, how incriminating it looks,
Hey,
I don't know.
Look at me. You are innocent. You have done nothing wrong.
You saw the video. You know how guilty I look.
Yeah, well, you're not. And you know it, and I know it, and that's all that matters.
She called me a murderer. She says that she owns me. What am I gonna do?
No, I'm done with this. We're done. I'm not gonna let this go on any longer. I'm gonna put a stop to it right
Liam.
now.
Liam! I hope you understand why I had to say no.
Trying.
Bad timing, you know? Too many things on my plate. Obligations with the company, with the family. And I think it's best if I focus on my responsibilities as president, and I get to focus on my new relationship with Liam.
But Liam knows your work ethic, and he's supportive.
Yeah, he is. More than you can ever imagine.
All right. So what's the real reason?
What do you mean?
I'm your dad. We've always been straight with each other.
I don't know, just modeling and putting myself out there right now. You know, it's stressful, and I don't want to complicate things.
And Ivy, of all people, where did that come from?
Why not? She modeled before, and she's in the family. I think it's a logical choice.
Worried about you.
Don't be. I have the situation under control.
This whole thing, this thing with Allie and the way you...
It was scary. Seeing her on the ground, I'm devastated.
Sorry, honey.
She was out of control. There's nothing I could have done.
Hey. Don't blame yourself.
I'm not. But I know people that are. I'm never gonna forget this. This is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
Congratulations.
So Steffi told you?
Yeah. Face of Forrester, big news.
Yeah, I guess so.
That sapphire?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Used to think of you kind of like that. Brilliant and precious and with a clarity that I really admired and loved. And I know you don't like me using those words, but it's true.
Yeah, well, it was all true until Steffi came back and then stole you from me.
That's not what happened.
Yeah, well, it certainly felt that way, Liam.
Okay, first of all, nobody steals anybody from anybody else. I'm responsible for making my own decisions. And secondly, yeah, things between us got real complicated real fast, and my feelings for Steffi played a role in that. But then there was also the immigration issue and the wedding and...
How many times are you going to bring this up?
I'm not doing it to blame you, but it did change things between us. My God, the changes I've seen in you. You're colder. You're darker. It's like Quinn is rubbing off on you.
That is so low, Liam.
You think I'm saying this to hurt you? No, I'm afraid for you, Ivy. I'm afraid for the person you are turning into. Blackmail? That's not who you are. Now, maybe you're justifying it to yourself. Maybe you think that you're fighting for Allie's memory, but the truth is it's just illegal and unethical and self-serving. We all feel terrible about Allie's death, but nobody more than Steffi.
How do you even say that with a straight face?
Because Allie loved you. She thought of you as a sister. And what are you doing now, Ivy? What are you doing? You're exploiting her death as a bargaining chip to further your career.
What I'm doing is trying to get justice for Allie.
That's not justice for Allie.
No, Liam, because justice for Allie is your girlfriend rotting in a jail cell. Because right now she has to pay for what she's done.
Ivy, enough. This is sick. This is wrong. All you're doing is tormenting Steffi. I'm not going to let you get away with that anymore.
Well, that's not up to you, Liam. I have a video on my phone of your girlfriend killing my cousin. Now, if you want her to keep her reputation and her freedom...
Stop. Just... Fine. Do it. Go to the police. No, really, let the big secret come out. Do it. Or... you can delete the video. And you can mourn Allie properly, and you can let us all move on. But no more threats. No more blackmail. Those are your only two options. So what's it gonna be, Ivy?